Assalamu alaikum dear students. Our today's topic for discussion is the many and the none. It is written by Bansuri Tanija and Ashish Kothari. This is lesson number 8 of Chinnaur first 11th class English. So let us start pre-reading. Do you notice any change in the climate or vegetation in your place? Do you think certain varieties of plants, vegetables and animals are disappearing from the earth? What do you think is causing such disappearance? Do you notice any change in the climate or vegetation in your place? So we are being asked by the writer that did we notice any change in the climate or vegetation in our places? Yes, we are noticing many changes in the climate, or we are noticing many changes in the vegetation in our places. Now another question is, do you think certain varieties of plants, vegetation, animals are disappearing from the earth? Yes, it is also correct that certain varieties of plants, vegetables and animals, they are disappearing from this planet, from the earth. Why do you think is causing such disappearance? So we are being asked that what do you think is causing such disappearance? What is your opinion, and why this all happens? Exchange your views on these questions in groups and then have a class discussion. So this is a classroom activity. Inshallah, we will discuss it in the class when the schools will open. Now reading. Now read the following passage on biodiversity. Variety, they say, this is first para. Variety, they say, is the spice of life. How boring if each day were like the other, and how distasteful if we had to eat the same dish every day. We hear the word often, but how often do we think about what biodiversity means to us? In the urban centers of modern India, while middle class live, a diversity of food is what might bring diversity to a level we can understand. How it would be if we only had potatoes, or for that matter, uh, aubergine, or to live on, or only one variety of mango throughout India instead of the several hundreds that one can savor through the few months of summer. Dear students, let's first of all know what is biodiversity. We know that the number of animal and plant species that exist in a particular environmental area is called biodiversity. The number of animal and plant species that exist in a particular environmental area is called biodiversity. Here writer says everyone knows that different kinds of a thing is the condiment of life. That says that everyone knows that different kinds of a thing, different varieties of a thing, different types of a thing is actually the condiment of life, जिससे हम उर्दू में मसाला जात कहते हैं. ज़िंदगी की असली हकीकत क्या है? Different kinds of things, different varieties of things. So how boring, writer says that how boring and unpleasant we feel if we have to eat the same dish every day. राइटर यहाँ पे कहता है कि हम कितने बोर हो जाएंगे और कितना अनप्लीजेंट, कितना नाखुश हमें हो जाता है कि, और हम कैसे फील करते हैं जब हम इफ़ वी हैव टू ईट द सेम डिश एवरी डे, अगर हम हर एक दिन एक ही किस्म की डिश खाएं. यस, हाउ बोरिंग एंड अनप्लीजेंट वी फील if we had to eat the same dish every day. That says that we often hear the word biodiversity, but we do not but we do not take care to understand about diversity. That says that we often hear the word biodiversity, but we don't care to understand what is meant by diversity. What is the meaning of the biodiversity? What is the broad meaning of the diversity? Dear students, it is the diversity of food in urban centers of the country which brings biodiversity to life. We can understand. We should find life. We would find life very dull. We would find life very unpleasant. We would find life very boring if we had only potatoes to live on. So we can enjoy eating mangoes. That says that we can enjoy eating mangoes, for we have several hundred types to give us a real variety. This was about the first para. Now the second para. Biological diversity. Biological diversity is the variety and variability of life on Earth. It is the manifest in close to thousand varieties of mangoes that thrive in India. It is present in the 14 different kinds of wood we see depressingly inlaid to make a wall painting. And if we extend our minds a little more, we should be able to see that it almost means the vibrant colors that characterize holy and Indian clothes, which come or used to till synthetic took over from a variety of dye producing plants. And of course it also means the tiger and the rhino and the elephant, charismatic animals that evoke awe and excitement, and which are used as flagship species for conservation programs. Finally, it also includes the range of natural and human influenced ecosystems that we live amidst: forests, lakes and rivers, coasts and seas, grasslands, agriculture fields and pastures, deserts, snow-bound Pacifics, even urban areas with vestiges of vegetation and water bodies. Dear students, here writer says that we would like to know the meaning of biodiversity. Biological diversity means the variety and variability of life on Earth. Here writer emphasizes us that we should know the meaning of biodiversity. Here writer wants to give us understanding that we should understand what is biological diversity, and says that biological diversity means the variety and variability of life on Earth. It can be seen in about 1,000 varieties of mangoes in India. It is present in the 14 different kinds of wood we inlay to make a wall painting. It is present in the 14 different kinds of wood we inlaid to make a wall painting. We find biological diversities in the existing colors of holy and Indian colors. Biological diversity, here it says biological diversity means attractive animals. Biological diversity means attractive animals like the tiger, like the rhino and the elephant that arouse wonder, awe and excitement. The student's writer says that biological diversity means the attractive animals like the tiger. These are the attractive animals. Tiger is attractive animal, rhino is attractive, and elephant that is also an attractive element that arouse wonder. When we see, we wondered, awe and excitement. So these are the elements, these are the animals that arouse wonder, awe and excitement. Finally, let's say it also includes the ecosystem. This biodiversity also includes the ecosystem, both natural and human influenced. For example, there are forests, there are lakes, there are rivers, there are coasts, seas and grasslands, agriculture fields and pastures and deserts, snow-bound peaks, etc. So writer emphasizes here that we should know the biological diversity in a very vast manner. First, we should understand its meaning, and then we should act as per the laws, as per the law of the nature. We should not disturb the biodiversity. Uh, we should not make our own interests active to disturb this biodiversity. So we should be a realistic one, and we should know from the core of our heart, we should understand the biological diversity, and we should have the love with the biological diversity. And we find that then we should perform our duty. What is our duty? We should perform our duty logically. So we find here, writer says that we find biological diversity in the existing colors of holy and Indian colors. Biological diversity means attractive animals like the tiger, like a rhino, and the elephant that arouse wonder and even excitement. Here also writer says it also includes the ecosystem, both natural and human influence, forests, lakes or rivers, coasts and seas, grasslands, agriculture fields and pastures, deserts, snow-bound peaks, etc. Thank you very much.